going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort, and China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. We have Kathy Woods from ARK Invest telling us the semi-truth. We know how they do. They can't give us the whole truth, but some truth they do. And what does she say? Robots, AI, is going to create hyper-deflation. That is 100% facts. But what she doesn't say is that the robots, algorithms, and drones are to replace humanity. That's why we're going to go through hyper-deflation. They don't have to worry about paying you. And Bitcoin, is it going to hit 500,000? It can, because it's going to be linked to the robots. That's why it's a commodity. This is what the robots are going to be using crypto. And remember, crypto means hidden message. Hidden meaning. Blockchain and tokenization is going to change everything that we do. And it's going to start speeding up. Why? Because they have unlimited amounts of money. Remember in 2020, they printed 20% of all money in existence ever, guys. That's ever in 1 year. And they really haven't slowed up this year. And then plus with the trillions of dollars in infrastructure package that Biden said the rich is going to pay for. And of course we laugh at that because we know the rich are not paying for anything. Remember what the New World Order goes off. Problem, reaction, solution. They've created the problem. We see all the problems going on right now. Now they're going to create an event and wait for the reaction. And then we know what the solution is, crypto. But who has the world reserve currency now? That's right, China. China has the world reserve currency that's going to be backed by that digital SDR. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Let me ask you about crypto, which there's a piece out. I think maybe CNBC even talked to money managers, and that is ripe. In 75% of those polled, that's ripe for a major correction or a major letting out of a lot of air in that sector. Does that sound like consensus, something to go the other way on to you, or not?
Well, yes, I believe it is. I think institutions are moving in. And right now, crypto of any sort, they're starting with Bitcoin and Ether. Crypto of any sort is a de minimis amount or percentage of institutional portfolios. The reason institutions are moving in is, to some extent, this is a new asset class with correlations very different compared to other asset classes. In fact, Yassin Almondra did a study on this and found that the closest, and we did it with Bitcoin, the closest correlation among or to other assets was real estate. And so institutional managers have to look at new asset classes that are evolving that have low correlations. That's the key to diversification, and it's the holy grail in terms of asset allocation. So we think that the move actually by institutions into Bitcoin, if we were to choose Bitcoin, and that seems to be their first stop, could add $500,000 to Bitcoin's price if they moved into the tune of roughly 5% over time.
Kathy, I find the discussion fascinating, and I've been approaching it from two sides, Kathy, and that is, okay, rates probably are headed up. Some of these innovations are going to take years to come to fruition, so you won't see near-term earnings, EBITDA. You won't see any of that, maybe. But to get in on these things, at this point, if innovation is going to continue to the time that it takes to shrink, and I actually, I'm a Kurzweil fan and singularity and everything else. I mean, the time dilation for quantum leaps in technology is getting smaller by the year. So you may have to pay up, because it's going to happen much faster than people think. And we've seen that in a lot of the stocks that you've been in already. So maybe, I hate to say it might be different this time, because it never is, but I don't know whether you need to worry about multiple contraction when you're really at the forefront of some of these just earth-shattering innovations. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it makes sense. And there's one other assumption we make. When we're talking about valuations, we assume massive multiple compression down to FANG-like multiples in 5 years in our 5-year projection. So we're already assuming multiple contraction just to be conservative. Now, do we think that the stocks in our portfolio and the companies underlying them are going to be as mature as the FANGs in 5 years? No, we're just being conservative, very conservative. Most, I guess, because of where we are today and the PE ratios, many people think we're in nosebleed territory. What they don't understand is we assume massive multiple compression. And I won't say we assume it either, because interest rates are going up. In fact, the convergence between and among the 5 major technologies, DNA sequencing, robotics, energy storage, artificial intelligence, and blockchain technology, that convergence is going to be so massively deflationary that we actually think interest rates will remain surprisingly low.
The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.